Okay guys, this is take two because the one thing I did not want to do, which was end the video I was making to restart another one, happened anyway because the power button on this laptop is in the dumbest place I've ever seen. So I continuously turn my computer off or to sleep or it just shuts down far more often than you would like. Anyway, I've solved the problem with boss because really he just wanted me to get up as far as I can tell. I got up, opened the door, let him out, he came straight back in, so now I've brought his food and his water in too. Thankfully boss has a bladder which is completely on the other side of the scale compared to mine, and he can go all day, and he hates going out in the rain, unless he's getting walked I should say. But yeah, I'm not exactly going to talk for the whole day. I have stuff to do. But I think I did talk for like 16 or 17 minutes, and I don't actually think I got anything I wanted to say out. So hopefully this video, this part 2, which is literally going to be uploaded the second after the first one, will be a lot less convoluted, yeah? So, back to yesterday. I had managed to vacuum the main parts of my house, all the parts that have been used, do the washing, which is always good, and my friend came. Now, what I was explaining before is that my friend is Pakistani, he's lived here 10 years, he has his own moving truck, it's a truck, yeah, and he very, very much wants to be a successful businessman here in Australia with his own company, with many staff, and the whole lot, yeah? Now, as it stands, due to his inability to understand, I'm going to go with 98% of English, he's unable to do what he wants because he literally doesn't understand or know how to read messages that come through asking for business. So that's how I got involved to begin with. As we're all aware, I talk to absolutely everybody. Okay, that's just who I am. I don't think that's ever going to stop. As I've said in, recent videos in the last month or so, for everyone that burns me, there's another who doesn't. So in that scale of things, I'm just going to keep being me. Now, I met him because he was, like I said, like my street's kind of like that, and there's one like adjacent, yeah. So he was sort of down that one, and he was out doing something. I don't honestly remember. He was on my street. I said hello. We started talking. We became friends. And he would feed me. Now I freaking love that kind of food. I truly think you need to be like, I don't know. I never ever mean to offend anyone if shit comes out wrong, just so we're all on the same page. But I have tried cooking curries and stuff like from, India, Pakistani, whatever it might be, and I honestly reckon you need to be from there to be able to do it the way they do, because all the cookbooks in the world, I don't know that I'll ever attempt to make that sort of food again. I just order out when I need to. But I knew he didn't have a lot of friends. I think because of the fact that I'm a loner in my own right, I obviously can really pick up on that too. And it's been interesting for me in the sense because with the relationship I have with him has helped me to see when it's happened like to myself from others. As I've said, I've made videos before about it, and where I've thought that I had a friend or thought that a relationship was a friendship, and it wasn't. They were just sort of more friendly to me for whatever the particular reason was. And I know what it's like to be lonely. And I figure if him coming to have lunch with me makes him happy, Makes me happy. It's a win-win, you know what I mean? But as I said in the video yesterday, we had spoken on the phone and he was trying to convince me to take the work phone back so that we could start up his business again, because he had said on the phone that he had set hours through a set company and that I would not need to be going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth like I did the first time, which was a literal headbutt. Like, it was so annoying. And that's not just me saying that, because it happened while I was at my sister's house. The last time I seen my sister before it all broke down, I was trying to deal with a booking for this company, and it went back and forth for hours. And even my sister was like, "What the fuck? Like, this is insane. You know, how much are you getting out of for doing all of this?" And I worked it all out, and she was like, "Just don't live." And I think that was, yeah, like I was just like, I can't do this. And then it's funny because yesterday, like I said, there's a part of me that just wishes I could disconnect from reality in the sense of technology for the next month and just be like, head down, read. Because truthfully, like, let's have a look, guys. I'm a very great person when it comes to busy stuff, right? But say that's one of my booklets, yeah? Once I learn that, once I implement that into my head, I'll be, I'll be fine. And it goes the same with all the rest of them. Now, obviously, I have 4 units left, meaning I have got notes that I've made like this for all my units. And I think people, if you do follow my website, would know that, because I spent ages taping together the book holders that I got for them, that then promptly kept falling apart until I taped them all together because the booklets are very heavy. Anyway, I can't check out from reality because you know, that I guess in a way that will be highly destructive to, like, on many levels, in the sense that I do have a job, I need my computer, I will make these videos forever. I can't see why I wouldn't, because truthfully, when it comes to these videos, I can look back and go, whoa, I look stark raving mad on such and such a day. But then I can also look back and like, the whole point of this for me is my personal experiment on myself, documenting where I'm at. And also, I hate the fakeness of fake social media and the fact that people only, like, you watch someone's feed on social media, for example, when it's like, wow, that's the most perfect house and family and this and that and everything else. And behind closed doors, it's just 1000% different. And I would just really rather share the good, the bad, and the ugly, because that's real life. Now, back to where I was at. On the phone, he made it sound like it was going to be so much easier for me to help him. And even though in one part of my video yesterday I had said I want all technology gone, in the next part, and this is where even I laughed to myself, I was like, I know he's bringing the phone, I know he's going to give me the work phone, I'm going to go back to helping him. Now, as I explained yesterday, I had told him there was only, like, I was only willing to do this provided he, like, I had conditions, yeah? And you got to keep in mind, guys, he literally cannot do this without me, okay? If he spoke English, he absolutely could, right? Now, this is where, even as a friend, it gets frustrating. I had told him on the phone I was unwell. In fact, I had actually told him before he called me that I was quite unwell and unable to have a conversation on the phone because of it, because he hates texts, because obviously he doesn't understand them, right? So he rung me even after I said don't ring me, and I'm trying to be polite, so I answered the phone. I talked to him, went through the whole conversation, um, and yeah, like I said, he convinced me it would all be fine. He would look into English lessons. I said to him, look, you need to learn. You have to make a decision. Anyway, on the phone, he was like, yeah, 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 good, cool. Yesterday, he arrives. Mind you, he did arrive with absolutely delicious looking and tasting food. I've been trying to figure out what this particular vegetable is that I've had on numerous occasions in curries that I've never seen before, and I still don't know what it is called, but he knew by what I was trying to describe what I meant, so he my nose is itchy, guys. He made that, and it was awesome. Oh, my nose itchy. Anyway, so we're having lunch together, obviously. I left Boss in my room because I just couldn't deal with the jumping and all the attention Boss needs and everything, and I just vacuumed, and I was like, Boss can just stay there. I had told this person, look, obviously we're only going to catch up provided I feel well enough. And second of all, it probably won't be a long catch up, simply because I'm not 100% and I don't want to overdo it. And because by the time he'd already gotten here, like I said, I'd vacuumed, done my washing, like I am one person, but I do tend to like let my washing basket get to the point where it's full. I physically cannot hang my clothes on the clothesline outside because it just is more energy than I've got, right? I'd rather have my energy for things I want to do, like study or ride my motorbikes, coming to my mind because I really fucking want to ride my bike. And anyway, I used the clothes horse in the solarium room, and I did all that, and I was already getting tired, and I'm still fucking coughing up this disgusting crap, which I also think is my body's way of saying don't smoke anymore, like at all. Not vape here and there, weed, that's different, but I'm talking about, if you've been watching me, you'd know that I am an on again, off again cigarette smoker. I was on and off again. I set a timer thing. I made it to like 93 days of no ciggies, no vapes, whatever it might be. Then had drinks with Grant, smoked one of his, and then bought myself a couple of vapes. So I'm thinking that's another reason, gotta stop. That was just a little side note. Now, it was very apparent when my friend got here yesterday. He was lonely. He was needing a friend. He said to me, "Are we friends?" And I said yes. And he got really happy. He really wanted a hug. I know what it feels like to just really, really need a hug. Sometimes, honestly, a hug can make such a massive difference in a person's life. And I guess that's why I'm super grateful that Andrew likes hugs too. So, yeah. So I gave him a hug, obviously, as soon as he walked in, and he basically just held on until I unpeeled myself from him. We had some food. He bought like these like party hats sort of thing. He had one, I had one. The one he gave me instantly made me think of Columbia from Rocky Horror. It was all good. We're having lunch, and I'm like, okay, like, what's happening with the job? Where are we at? Boss with the licks? Bossy boss. Anyway, and this is where it hit me. Oh fuck, it's happened again, right? So we went through what he wants for work, and I was like, okay, cool. I was like, but we need to figure out English lessons, yeah? And he goes, no, money. And I'm like, we talked about this. And I said, like it's hard for me that you don't understand messages, like, because like you like he was sitting directly across from me at my kitchen table, and I said a sentence, whatever the sentence was, I don't know, something very simple, and he just went, I don't know what you're saying. I don't understand. Yeah. And that's when it hit me, fuck, it's happened again. So I said to him, I've noticed this sometimes. I said, but you need to be honest and tell me if this is what happened on the phone. I was like, I gave you very specific conditions that I would help you. I said, you agreed to them. And he's just looking at me. And I said to him, did you just agree and say yes, 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 because you had no clue what I was saying? I said, it really feels like you agree with whatever I'm saying when you don't actually understand. And instead of telling me you don't understand, you agree. And that's when he was like, yes. And that's when he can try to convince me that money is the most important thing there is. And I said to him, okay, how much do you earn? And he told me, and I was like, okay. I was like, I'm going to tell you right now, there are families and people out there that don't earn that in a fortnight. Yeah? Like, what you are earning in a week is what some people are earning in 2.5 to 3 weeks. I said, and you live in a share house, you all cook together, the bills are split 4 ways. And then he explained, I said money back home and my family and medication, and I took every single bit of it into account, obviously. And he still could not grasp that taking an hour or two, however long there is, I jumped on Google and I was like, translators to blah, 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 and this list comes up. And I was like, you really do only have 2 options. I'm like, you, A, keep doing what you're doing, yeah, keep working for someone else, and let go of this job, dream, business you've got. I said, you either let it go and just keep working for another, or you do something about making it real. I said, the only way you can do that is to speak English. I said, we live in an English-speaking country. I said, I said to him, I'm not going to move to, France and not learn how to speak French. I said, I'm just not going to. I said, and you've been here for 10 years. And he just kept going, money, 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 money. And I was like, that's fine, but I'm not taking the phone. And then he got upset, and I was like, no. I was like, we talked about this. I said, and multiple times now, just me, who's met you, who knows you, you're in my house, you're sitting in front of me. I said, you don't understand me. He goes, oh, but when I've got this huge business, they'll just deal with the receptionist and it won't matter. I said, I'm the receptionist. I'm the admin. I said, it absolutely matters. I said, and I told him again, if I booked a moving company to come and move my house for somewhere else, I said, and I spoke to someone who fully understood what they were doing, and then a person arrived at my doorstep who didn't understand the simplest of English, I said, not only would I not ever book you again, I would leave a bad review, and I would make sure I told every single body I knew not to use you. I said, so you really have to really decide what you want to do. And then he's like, because I had originally offered to help, and I said to him, I went on Google while he was here. Oi! No! I looked at boss. I looked at let me try to make him shape. Stop, you silly bugger. No, sit down. So anyway, I had said to him I would, are we good? Are we done? Help him. And in that sense, I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I said, you're looking for people. Oh my God, you're annoying. Here, go away. Do you want out, you dummy? Oh, don't knock your water over. All right, so I'm not putting this camera down because I already had to start again. And I don't want to start again, yeah? Because they're already too freaking long, guys. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to make him not bark like that, but it's very annoying. Anyway, I really am taking a very long time to make the point of this story, but the point basically is that I jumped on Google, went lessons from I can't even pronounce the word, Urdu to English or something. Just doing that exhausts me. Anyway, this huge list came up, and there was one with a link that then went into like multiple different people, because he was saying to me, you know, like, you need to be able to pass the truck license and do this and do that and everything else. I was like, and that's when I was like, okay, how did you get all your licenses if you don't barely understand me? And he was like, I use translators for everything. And I'm just like, okay, that makes sense. I was like, I'm not working to do anything. I said, you've agreed to all of this stuff. You've come here today. I know you want me to take the phone. I know you want me to start doing this again. I said, but you already work these hours you've told me. You already earn all this money. I said, and yet you're telling me that you want Saturday and Sunday for your own business, and that you'll get to learning English down the track. I said, it's been more than 10 years. I said, you need to figure out your priorities. And so I said, I'm not doing it. I sent him the Google list. I was like, you can, I said, they are literally the people that teach English. I said, so they speak your language. I said, you just click on it and you ring them and you find out what it costs. And he goes, oh, but you know, a long, long time is going to take this, and everything else. And I'm like, exactly. You've been here 10 years. I was like, I'm not willing to do this. And it was just one of those experiences where it was just, yeah, it was weird. It was a very weird experience. Like, then the most fucking randomest thing happened while he was here. He wanted, like, because of these hats and shit, he wanted a photo, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, cool, whatever. And I put one on, and I went to look at the little mirror that's in the kitchen, and he sort of came up behind me to give me like a hug. And then he went in and he's like, kiss me, and I'm like, whoa, no, I don't know. I reacted probably. I was like, what? I was like, and then he's looking at me, and I'm like, kissing is for romance, relationship. I said, no, of course I'm not going to kiss you. Like, I didn't mean to react really badly, but it was just like, what the fuck, man? You know? So, and at this point, like, we'd had lunch, we're sort of packed up. He had brought enough for me to have, like, leftovers, which was cool. But it was weird. But thankfully, the ultimate outcome was I'm not going to be doing it. Absolutely nothing would have changed. I fully understand that there are probably people in the country who don't speak English well, and that's okay. But if you plan on living in an English-speaking country for the rest of your life, and you want to branch out, and you want to meet new people, and you want to be able to do more in business, and whatever it might be, English is the predominant language across the world, let's face it, yeah? Like, it's probably one you should know. Or at least try. I mean, he was showing me how with everything he does, he has to use Google Translate. And I'm just like, even then, I'm like, I mean, and then he's like, where do I get free lessons? And I'm like, you literally just told me you earn X amount, which I'm explaining to you is like more than what most people make for twice the length. I'm like, you need to pay these people. That's their job. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, I have talked for a long time. I will watch this back probably and go, holy moly, woman. Boss has interrupted me a lot. I'm at 25 minutes. My first one, which I haven't uploaded, is at 17, I think. But, so yes, so it was an interesting experience. I was thankful, weirdly enough, that I actually started coughing up that bullshit and I had to run because I honestly thought I was going to vomit. And I didn't, but it's the shit, yeah. And then I came out and I was like, dude, look, I told you, I can't have a very long visit. This is like the first day I'm actually up and, doing stuff. I'm worn out. I was meant to take Boss to the dog park. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. And then he's like, oh, so I stay with you? And I'm just like, no, I just told you I need to lie down. He goes, yeah, I may lie down too. And I'm like, no. I was like, the visit needs to end. I was like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I've now stated it multiple times. I'm on the mend. And it was just a really weird all-round experience, I think. Like I kept saying to him, and I honestly don't know if he understands, but it's like people will help you. I will help you, but you have to help yourself. And if you're not willing to put an hour a week aside to learn English, that's cool. That's your prerogative. But I'm not having anything to do with that job, work for it, or any of it. It was a head fuck the first time. And it would have 1000% be a head fuck this time. And I'm trying to have less stress in my life, not more. So that had a good outcome because, in all fairness, I really didn't want to do it, but again, I was willing to help. But yeah, I've got leftover food. I'm happy about that. It was nice to see him. Like I feel, obviously there's a part of me that feels for him. But he does have his people that he lives with, and I was like, you do you all, communicate? Can you all communicate? And he said, yeah, they can all speak Hindi, so that's fine that's good, and he works all the time. But I guess my point to this very long, convoluted again video is that you do need to want to help yourself if you expect others to help you too. Yeah. So yeah. I think I'm all up to date with that. Anyway, I know I should stop talking, but I don't even know why I say that because I make the videos for myself. And frankly, obviously there are people watching. Please like my videos, guys. If you like what you're watching, please subscribe to my channel. Feel free to share my channel around. Again, though, remember my actual website has all the actual details on it. Since I'm thinking about that, actually, I might jump on and have a look at the one that's still currently available for me to play with, because I am at some point going to have to start making these videos for the more professional site that I've got. Work hasn't asked about it, but it'd be nice to be able to be like, yeah, I'm doing something with it besides actually buying the domain and the site and doing all of that. I haven't looked at it. thankfully those videos are going to be between 5 and 10 minutes tops. I say that now, but I've talked for 30 minutes. I don't think I've made fuck all points or anything. But that channel is going to very much help me to be more concise. Grammarly Premium doing a wonderful job at that too. I fucking love it. Except for the fact that I don't know how to, there's no clipboard on my mobile for copy and paste with Grammarly, unlike the rest of the keyboards. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty freaking great. I checked, thankfully, and my next psychologist appointment's on Thursday. Thankfully, because I've only literally just gone, maybe I should put the whole freaking massive list, just like a long list, into like my phone and diary. We have our work meeting for Queensland on Wednesday, which I'm excited about. I still have no idea how we're actually getting there. I would think flying, but you know, and I've also seen that it's a nighttime thing, obviously the workshop, because it's for people after school, after business hours. So it starts around like 6:30, 7 p.m. at night. So that'll be interesting. I wouldn't have a clue we're going to be like going up on the morning flight and coming back after that, or overnight, or whatever it is. Got no clue. But that's really irrelevant because it's exciting and fun, and yeah, I feel so much better in the sense of I do want my degrees. I do, but I'm really am gonna just focus on the now because when you're not stoned all the time, there's so many hours in a day for starters. Um, and I do have discipline when I need it. Obviously, I did not quit a daily ice habit without it. Obviously, I have willpower, and I'm strong and all of that stuff. I haven't really, like, I say I want to get rid of like the TV remote, this, that, and everything else. I don't know that I will, but I think what I'm going to do is put the blanket back on top of the telly. Just for like days when I might need it, you know what I mean? Because I can't be bugging Andrew all the time. And again, like I said, like, you know, that movie that's on binge that I keep saying I want to watch, like, I wanted to watch it at the theatres when it originally came out, so that it's obviously a number of years old, I don't know. I haven't watched it, just simply because it's, I'm at a point where I know I need to be reading. Last night I went to bed because I had in my head, I don't want to watch a movie. I was like, I'm too tired to read something proper, like school stuff, and absorb it, which I now realise in saying that it doesn't really matter if I'm tired as long as because I've got to read them so freaking many times, right? But I was like, I was in like that sort of like limbo stage, and I was just like, I'm just going to sleep. And that's what I need, my body needs, which I think is what I was trying to say yesterday, which is why when I wanted to get rid of the technology, I no longer want to, you know, just chuck Friends on or put something on and then scroll on my phone or do whatever and then waste like copious amounts of time when I really fucking want to be really fucking good at what I'm learning. And I am intelligent. I do know this. There is a side of me that I've always just considered lazy. Turns out it's the ADHD, which is actually open on my page too, because that's something I'm going to look into. So I have heaps to do, but instead of being like, oh my god, I have all this stuff to do and it's the 16th of May, and I'm just doing one thing at a time, guys, because honestly, that's really all you can do. I think being this sick has really helped me again because I haven't been concerned about uni. I'm not concerned about uni. My job honestly feels like it was legitimately made for me. Like the universe hears us, and manifestation is real. And, you know, I'm always going to say stuff like that. And my professional website, once it's up and running, will not just be about like academia and science and stuff. It's going to be about everything that I want it to be about, but more in a learning environment sense, right? But anyway, I have 100% talked for a really long time, and this is the second fucking part to the first part, so I'll be surprised if any of these actually get all the way through it. Hunky dories if you do. Feel free to tell me your pet's name in the comments if you make it this far. Bye, guys.